this is Canon EOS R5. When Canon 5D Mark II was launched 12 years ago, it revolutionized the entire independent filmmaking industry by making the cinematic shots possible to everyone. This year we have yet another brand new revolution in the independent filmmaking industry. I would call this as 5D Mark II moment. Yes, 8K RAW 12-bit with internal recording, 4K 120 FPS, 8-stop IBS, human and animal eye tracking, camera to cloud storage, easy backup. R5 comes with whole host of absolutely stunning feature sets that are unparalleled in the history of mirrorless cameras. Really can't wait, folks. Let's take a hands-on look of the brand new EOS R5 right now. We as a independent DSLR filmmakers have been anticipating three things for so long. Need to shoot 4K at 60 FPS with full frame. If we think of other cameras which does 60 FPS, but there will be 1.5 times crop. If we need a full frame 60 FPS without crop, then the choices are limited to few as EOS 1DX Mark III. When I say high end, also need to talk about the price. The price range is not at all possible to afford for normal independent cinematographer like us. But finally, yes, finally Canon heard all our needs and designed the camera called EOS R5. You wanted 4K, right? Canon giving you 8K RAW. You also don't need an external recorder. You can record internally at 12-bit RAW. You wanted 60 FPS in 4K, right? Canon giving you 120 FPS. By the way, there is no crop whatever size it is. Crop is the word that has been eliminated from Canon's dictionary. No more cropping, folks. This is really mind-blowing that to have and hold the next generation camera in the current generation. Removing the R in R5. Yes, this is R5 5D, meaning this is mirrorless in 5D position. Imagine the same case with R6 6D. Yes, this will then be called mirrorless 6D position. If we look at the design of R6, we can say that this is the combination of full frame from DSLR 6D and speed of 7D version. Sensor and processor. This camera sensors physical dimension 36mm into 24mm, meaning this is full frame. The processor that has been used here is DigicX. This is the same processor used in Canon 1DX Mark III as well. The maximum resolution from the sensor is 8192 into 5464 pixels. The total megapixel of the sensor is 47.1, but to render an image, here the effective megapixel come into place, which is 45 megapixel. Video recording 8K, 4K and Full HD. Canon's menu systems are always be neat and clean, and this time they have designed even more simple way. First row is recording size and second row FPS. Third row quality of the clip, I mean the bitrate, and this is possible recording timings. Alright, in 8K there is a two options. One is 8KD and another one is 8KU. Same like there is a 2 in 4K2. Here D stands for DCI, U stands for UHD. Fine, now I have chosen 4KD so that the resolution shows as 4096 into 2160, but when I Google it, it says 3840 into 2160. The difference is 256 pixels. A real 4K has 4096 into 2160 pixels, but most of the consumer products like your mobile phone, computer monitors are designed for UHD, and that's why 4K UHD is mentioned all your TV and cameras. So one must be very clear that 4K UHD is not actual 4K technically, but this DCI format can be used commercially, as in ad filmmaking, short filmmaking, and whatever the commercial comes into place, and you name it, etc. When shooting in 4K DCI, 256 pixels of width is added, and for the 8K 512 pixels added, so that we can get natural scope looking feel in 4KD. Do understand that 4KD has obviously better resolution than 4KU. So there is always two sizes, right? That's why Canon decided to give both the size in EOS R5. So you take a call to which one to choose from according to your needs. Understanding bit depths. In total, there is a 3 bit depths in this camera: 8-bit, 10-bit and 12-bit RAW. Alright, let's understand the 8-bit first, and then we can go for 10 and 12-bit. A bit determined based on the color information, color data contains in the frame. For example, in 8-bit, there is 256 shades of red, 256 shades of green, 256 shades of blue. This means 16 million color combinations are possible in this 8-bit. Now let's look at 10-bit. Here red 1024, green 1024 and blue 1024. This means there are 1 billion possible color combinations available in the 10-bit. Finally, in 12-bit, 4096 shades of red, 4096 shades of green, 4096 shades of blue. This means there are 68 billion possible color combinations in this 12-bit. In R5, 12-bit RAW video rendered under the RAW format of CRM. This is just like RAW photo. By importing CRM footage to the Premiere, you can able to find additional controls in F8 control panel. Canon Cinema RAW light source settings. Here so many things available like traditional RAW. Color temperature, tint, exposure, color space and gamma settings are available just like traditional RAW controls in the video. But however, most of the monitors only shows 8-bit colors. Then why should we use 10-bit? In 10 and 12-bit, there are many various color and luma informations available, which means there are so many rooms to work with post-production part like color grading, scaling, exposure compensation, etc. Incredibly valuable, isn't it? Let's look at the real example. This is 8-bit and this is 10-bit. In 8-bit, color transitions are clearly seen, but in 10-bit you can't. Alright, let's look at some more samples in 8K. This is 8K HDR PQ off and this is 8K HDR PQ on and this is 8K RAW 12-bit. What is C-Log? A lot of us know that C-Log is nothing but a flat color profile, but actually it captures maximum dynamic range from the camera sensor possible. You can have a wider dynamic range, better detail in shadows, less clipping in highlights, and we can get overall freedom in color grading. This is standard picture style and this with grade. This is C-Log with grade. Just look at this particular place. You will see the details are preserved clearly. Dual card slot. R5 has two memory card slots, one CF Express and another one SD card. CF Express card is one of the major reasons to make the 8K internal recording possible. 8K, 4K 60 FPS, 4K 120 FPS, all those can be writable only into CF Express card. Alright, what about the scenario in 8K? On camera proxy for 8K. While recording 8K RAW, this camera can record 4K proxy version in the SD card as well. Both the record will happen simultaneously. So here 8K recording signal goes to CF Express card and 4K DCI signal goes to SD card. We can enable this feature from camera settings menu. First tab, record function plus card/folder select. Standard to RAW MP4 so that as mentioned here, RAW will be stored in number 1 card and MP4 proxy will be stored in number 2 card. When this option enabled, the movie recording size will also change to only 8K because this proxy is available only for 8K recordings. And then this is original 8K size and below is the 4K proxy size. All those three options, there are only changes in frame rates alone and rest are the same. So on camera proxy ready, which will definitely speed up your editing workflow. Recording size, quality and storage. The higher bitrate offered by this camera in 8K is 2600 Mbps in RAW CRM file format with 12-bit and lower end would be 1300 Mbps in ALL-I 8-bit can able to shoot. Alright, let's also look at the memory card capacity required. In the 128GB memory card, 8K RAW 12-bit CRM format is able to shoot up to 6 minutes and the bitrate of 2600 Mbps, this writes 18,668 MB per minute, which means 18.2 GB of data will be returned per minute to the memory card. And same 128 GB 8K ALL-I 8-bit MP4 format is able to shoot up to 12 minutes and the bitrate of 1300 Mbps and this writes 9309 MB per minute, which means 9 GB of data will be returned per minute to the memory card. And the same case on 8K IBP conversion 8-bit MP4 format is able to shoot up to 34 minutes and the bitrate of 470 Mbps. This writes 3373 MB per minute, which means 3.2 GB of data will be returned per minute to the memory card. If you are planning to shoot a whole wedding in 8K, then this 8K IBP compression is more than enough. And 4K DCI high frame rate 120 FPS with ALL-I compression format is able to shoot up to 8 minutes of footage. If we convert it to real time, which is equal to 32 minutes of 4K footage. But if you are good with just 4K with DCI 29.97 with ALL-I compression can shoot up to 34 minutes. At the same time, if you swap this ALL-I to IBP compression, you can get 2 hours and 14 minutes of recording time with this 128 GB of memory card. If you are curious to know what happened to old school full HD, and here is the data. In ALL-I compression can shoot for 3 hours and IBP compression can shoot up to 9 hours and ultimately IBP light compression can go crazy, which goes up to 22 hours recording time within the 128 GB of memory card. Alright, let's see the real world example of ALL-I versus IBP compression difference. This is 4K D29.97p ALL-I. This is 4K D29.97 IBP. Honestly, we can't find out the difference when we keep it side by side. But if you take to the edit table for color grading, upscaling, downscaling, then you are able to notice the real difference. Anyways, this is completely based on your requirements. Alright, let's come to the hot topic. Yes, overheating. As we all know, OFF-I camera is very compact in size with 8K sensor, and this is not a cinema camera. Also, this camera is not designed to shoot like a camcorder. 4K 120 FPS ALL-I. This is the format which get overheat sooner, and the possible single run recording timings for us was 8 minutes 35 seconds, which is equal to in a real time 42 minutes 15 seconds. Here the internal recording process is so high, that too in a bitrate of 1880 Mbps. If you want to shoot 8K without overheating, 8K IBP will be the right choice. Same in other side of 4K IPB will be the long runner. Yes, another point to remember is that it is not a cinema camera, but it has the capacity to act like B camera to the 8K cinema camera. Technology certainly makes one's life very easy. There is no second thought around this. This camera is so small, but The fact that it can shoot 8K is astounding. Canon has courageously innovated, and all of us who are cinematographers but aren't into cinema should integrate this 8K resolution into our workflow and create magic in our quality of work. Canon has really revolutionized our work progress. In the future, as we innovate more, we may be able to shoot 8K without all additional overheating. None of us would bother taking about 8K overheating when 12K, 16K arrived and keep overheating. So we must participate in this technology innovation process with Canon. Canon, what it has given to us, true innovation. Full HD video resolution. Unfortunately, in Full HD, there is no 120 FPS. This is the most used format among with the wedding cinematographer especially. When we asked for 4K 60 FPS, you gave us 4K 120 FPS. Notwithstanding, you also gave us 8K RAW with 12-bit. We very well know that you have exceeded our expectation, but when you could give us 4K 120 FPS, why not 120 FPS in Full HD? Why? Canon, are you listening? I know you are. I believe that this can be easily solved in a firmware update, so we truly hope you fix this for us. Autofocusing system, dual pixel CMOS AF2. This autofocusing system has 5940 selectable AF positions in total. This is the same autofocusing system which has been used in the 1DX Mark III. I mean in the live view mode. This system can detect face, human eye, animal detection, animal eye, bird eye tracking, human head tracking. There are various AF point tracking options available. In your frame, AF points are everywhere. You can select any area you prefer and you can see an AF point over there. This system is very clever enough. It can be able to identify the face or head. If the face is turned to other side, it can be able to identify the face or head. Once the face identified clearly, it can also able to identify the eyes too. During this burst shot, face is on and off to the camera, but still the tracking keep on going. This will be very helpful for fast moving subject capturing, and it stays with focus almost every frame. Same like animal tracking too. Almost every frame stayed in focus. I would say this auto-focusing system is very effective and powerful. In mechanical shutter, we can able to shoot up to 12 frames per second continuously. In electronic shutter, we can able to shoot up to 20 frames per second. And this is very close to 24 FPS, which means the real-time playback of the video. If Canon adds about 4 frames, we can able to get perfect video just out of the pictures. This is the short clip of 20 FPS burst mode photos. To achieve 20 FPS shots, your shutter mode should be in electronic and autofocus operation servo mode, and of course need to enable the high speed continuous. Alright, all those autofocus tracking, human eye tracking, animal tracking happens through deep learning. We can even call them AI, which is artificial intelligence or machine learning system. Deep learning is meant to make machine behave like human being. The program runs with predefined data. For example, first priority must be given to the head, or if the details are heavy, then it will focus on the eye. This algorithm is trained to absorb all this. The autofocus tracking system is not just applicable for your photos, but for your videos as well. If the face of the subject is covered in half, or if it's turned in any other way, the algorithm traces the whole body. This autofocusing system is now the world's fastest autofocusing system. Yes, it's 0.05 seconds fast. It means that it's very close to the real-time moment. IBS, in-body image stabilization. For a photographer or cinematographer, in-body image stabilization is an important part of the shooting technique, especially in wedding photography and cinematography. We can't keep using tripod, monopod, gimbal at all the time. In fact, there is no better mechanism in this world than our hands. Am I right? So, what does camera shake means? Camera shake refers to blur in the image that causes by the movement of the camera when the shutter open and closes. This means the blur happens when the shutter speed is low. This can occur when you holding your camera in your hand. This is what we call as camera shake. Not only camera stabilization, but also camera will have the ability to naturally handle the low light situation. So without worrying, we can shoot maximum shots handheld than having to use tripod in low light situation. Yes, this camera has 5-axis stabilization up to 8 stops. But what does 8 stops means? If you are able to take a photo without shake at the shutter speed of 1/125th of the second, then you can take the same photo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, meaning without shake even at the shutter speed of 2 seconds. By the way, this is not only for the photography and also applies to the video. The left side non-IS and the right side 8-stop IS. So here you can see the non-IS footage is completely unusable, but the 8-stop IS footage is so smooth like gimbal used. This made possible with Canon R system because the lens and body can talk together, can talk each other and share lots of information, and it's a two-way communication. And the gyro sensor in the lens, the gyro sensor in the body and the accelerometer all together detect and control the orientation, twist and velocity in normal terms, which refers camera shake. And the result, we can get 5-axis stabilization with 8 stops. This is the 45 megapixel body, so the maximum resolution of this file is 8192 into 5464 pixels. This killing sensor is able to capture raw 14-bit, which means we have more controls. In total, there are 3 image formats available in the R5: JPEG, HEIF, RAW, CR3 at 14-bit. HEIF, this is newly added file format. Neither RAW nor is JPEG, but this is somewhere in between. Yes, JPEG will be in 8-bit only, but HEIF is a 10-bit file. So shadows and highlights will be preserved even more details, which will give you more dynamic range to work with post-production. If you need a picture quality better than JPEG, but that's not RAW, and the HEIF is a good option. By default, in the image quality menu, JPEG will be there. To activate HEIF as a secondary image quality, first you need to enable HDR-PQ. Now you can be able to find the HEIF into the image quality menu. Alright, this HEIF file can't be opened either Photoshop or Lightroom. Instead, we need to process it via camera. Just go to processing tab and hit HEIF to JPEG conversion. So that's it. Now brand new JPEG file has been created from 10-bit HEIF file. So this is not a normal JPEG, and this is HEIF to JPEG converted image. In the R5, the image quality is very well improved. If you use the native mount of RF lenses, the body can perform even more better to achieve crystal clear sharpness. And there is an amazing option called frame grab. Here you can grab any particular frame from 8K or 4K video, and you can extract the single frame as a JPEG photo. This picture has been extracted with 8K movie clip. The image size 8192 into 4320 pixels. This is almost equal to JPEG large, and if you calculate it as megapixel, then it would be 35.4 megapixel. And similarly, this picture has been extracted from 4K movie clip and image size 4096 into 2160. This is almost equal to JPEG small fine quality. Sounds amazing, right? Voice note memo. This is an one more interesting option in this R5 that all you guys must start using and take the advantage of red button to the next level. Let me tell you what I mean by that. The red button has a mic symbol and you can use your own voice to create a voice memo for a particular image. For an example, the model has selected this picture. The model wants 20x30 size print for this particular picture. The model has requested that this picture not been published on social media. Like this important voice note, we can able to record on the shoot itself so that we can be more productive. To record voice memo, hold this button for 2 seconds and the voice memo record starts. Now you can start speaking to record the memo and the audio clip will be saved in the same file name of the image in WAV format. You can speak up to 30 seconds, meaning you can record up to 30 seconds. If the image is protected, you can't add the voice memo, and also you can't use the external mic to record voice memo. Clarity. This is the brand new feature introduced in R5. This works like typical Lightroom clarity slider. By default, the value will be in the middle, and by pushing it to the extreme left, you can able to add overall softness to the picture. And also, if you push extreme right, you can able to add more texture sharpness to the picture. This is normal. This one clarity full down, and this one clarity full up. If you can't enable this option, you need to disable the HDR, PQ and C-Log. Portrait relighting. You can use this option to relight your portraits which is already taken. This is like post-production process in the camera. It works very minimally. This option available if you shot your picture only with DP RAW format. From DP RAW processing menu, select portrait relighting and give set. Now you can able to see all the possible options are available at the right side. But for us, we need only relighting. So I select this light symbol and now we can able to adjust the light angle. You can also control the light intensity either pressing Q button or press here. Once you satisfied with your relighting, just hit set and the next screen will be before and after comparison. This is before and this is after. Of course, we can achieve this in Photoshop or Lightroom even more easier way. But think like if you are in a situation of rush or no access to the editing, in that time it will work for you in a better way. Image.Canon. This is 2020. Let's think of image backupping in another way. Yes, it's a new way to backup processing photography culture. Now you can upload your original photos and videos directly to the cloud from your camera. Yes, you can connect your camera with Wi-Fi and just upload directly. By signing up the Image.Canon service, connect your camera to the Wi-Fi. You are able to upload all your original images and videos to the cloud with a single click. This stays on cloud 30 days from the date you upload. The balance remaining days will show in the every image thumbnail. This is the unlimited storage but only for 30 days. But Canon gives you 10 GB permanent storage, which means whatever is stored within this 10 GB storage will be there after 30 days too. And also you can able to move selected pictures to the permanent storage. Just select the image and hit store in 10 GB storage. That's it. You can also sync to the other platforms like Google Photos, Google Drive, Adobe Lightroom, Flickr, YouTube. In YouTube, either you can upload the video footage from your camera or else you can live stream your video directly from your camera with few additional authentication setup. Of course, since it's on the cloud, social media sharing is enabled. You can either access this from web browser or from mobile application. Once you finish the uploading, you can access all your photos with your smartphone, just like other cloud platforms. Image.Canon allows you to upload only few formats, which is from still JPEG, HEIF, RAW, from video MOV, MP4 and RAW video, I mean CRM format. Apart from this, you can't able to upload any other file formats. In case you missed to backup after 30 days timeline or forgot to move it to the other cloud platform, image.canon will remain the lower version of image into the permanent storage, which was created for preview purposes by image.canon, and the lower version file size will be 2048 pixel long. So it means you will lose your original file. I'm guessing that you won't really wait for 30 days without taking a backup of your data. I personally think that 30 days is more than sufficient in terms of timeline to move your backups somewhere else. So this is why Google Drive Sync will help you, and it's so good because it syncs the file immediately once you upload it to image.canon. So no need to worry about image.canon's 30 days deadline. Since the images are stored in the cloud-based image editing and file management options are easy to access anytime, anywhere. To simplify the cloud-based image editing process, there are two options available: Google Photos and Adobe Creative Cloud. Here, Adobe Creative Cloud is the paid service. Image.canon is completely free feature. All you need is Canon ID to activate it. To access from your computer, use image.canon. To access from your smartphone, just download the image.canon application. Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz to 5 GHz bandwidth, which means higher data transfer speed. At 2.4 GHz speed, we can only able to transfer 150 megabytes per second. But at 5 GHz speed, we can able to transfer up to 450 megabytes per second. And also it has a Bluetooth, which is world's best as of now. This time microphone port placement has been changed. This is good for those who do vlog. Earlier in UOS R, it hides the screen a bit, but now it's all good. And we have a 3.5mm headphone port, USB Type-C 3.0 for the fast data transfer, and one micro HDMI port, and finally flash sync port. R5 has cleared 5 lakh shutter test pass. This is similar to 1DX Mark III. Comparing to the 5D Mark IV, the shutter durability is 1,50,000 cycles. And of course, that's a different scenario with mirrored body. So typically having more durability in terms of shutter cycle. Weatherproof. There is no problem when there is a small drizzle. R5 has the same weather sealing properties like other Canon Pro body series. Battery. This is a new version of battery that operates with an additional battery power. But you may also use the older version of LPEN/LPEE battery. That's totally up to you. Status LED information panel. This LED screen made with MIP, meaning memory in pixel technology, so it won't consume more battery power. This can be always on, even the camera switched off, and show the important information like current camera mode. So this will help you to heads up the current camera mode before the real run. So that's it guys. Hope this Canon EOS R5 technical review gives you the wider range of knowledge and information. If you wanna follow me on social media, Chandru Bharati, this is my social media handle. Use this same spelling for YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Do follow me and DM. If you have any doubts, I will try to answer as soon as possible. This is Chandru Bharati signing off.